Okay, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, but let's get right to it. The wife and I checked out the Aeronauts. Aeronauts, I think that's how you say it. On Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video last night. It stars Eddie Redmayne and Felicity Jones. I always like to support films that Eddie Redmayne stars in, whether it's Fantastic Beasts or whatever. I worked on a movie as crew quite a few years ago called Hick, and it starred Chloe Moretz, Blake Lively, and Eddie Redmayne. And Eddie Redmayne was awesome, absolutely great to the cast and the crew. And so anytime his movies pop up, I support them. I loved The Theory of Everything, where he played Stephen Hawking, which is another movie that Felicity Jones was in, playing his wife. They seem to work really well together as actors. The Aeronauts, is a wild little, based on true events of a scientist. His name was James in it, and she plays Amelia. They take hot air balloons and they go up to do scientific experiments. Now, the stuff that Felicity Jones did, she had a husband and she went up in the balloon, and there was an accident and so on and so on. I don't want to spoil too much of this movie, but anyway, they go up to break the world record at that time. I guess it was 1862, and it's wild, and it reminded me of like the movie Gravity, but in 1862, never leaving the planet. It just had that, like, and my wife was sitting next to me on the couch, and we both got queasy in our stomach in certain scenes. I've been on roller coasters and things like that. I'm not a fan of heights. I don't like going up. I mean, I remember as a kid going up into the World Trade Center and looking down the original Twin Towers, and that shit will just rock your stomach. You get up in any building over 60 floors and you put your head on the glass and look down. Yeah. So there were scenes in that when they were in this hot air balloon and they were up, 25,000 feet, 27,000 feet, 23,000 feet, going through storms and all sorts of stuff. And man, it was a wild ride, but it made me nauseous, but in a good way. I mean, because that just tells you from a filmmaking standpoint. Tom Harper was the director. He nailed it, because if I'm sitting on my couch with my wife and we both go, woof, that feeling when you're in an elevator and you drop, that was the feeling we got when Felicity Huffman, when there was accidents and things that went on that, like, you're almost falling out of the freaking balloon and the hot air balloon. And my wife just looked at me. She was like, I feel sick. And I'm like, I know, I feel sick too. But again, that just shows you how good the director captured. And what blows my mind is, obviously this movie was all done on a green screen with them in a basket, pretending they're at 20 something thousand feet. And holy shit, was the CGI incredible and felt flawless. If you've ever been up in an airplane cruising at 30,000 feet, 35,000 feet, and you look out those windows and you see those clouds and you see what it looks like, that's what it looked like in this movie, but it looked real. And when they dropped things off the basket, whether it was personal belongings or as they rose up, they had to dump sandbags and let the sand go back down to earth. You felt all of it. You just felt it. And then when they got so high, they started getting frostbitten and freezing and all that. You felt everything in this movie. So I have to just tip my hat to the director, to Eddie Redmayne, to Felicity Jones, and all the cast. And there's tons of cast members in this, but most of them stayed on the ground and they were all like, oh, are they coming back? Are they going to make it? Because literally the whole movie is them up in the air for like an hour and 45 minutes before they descend back down. They were just doing weather experiments. And it was just a wild ride. So if you have Amazon Prime Video, watch The Aeronauts, because it's really good. And I think it was well acted. You could see the chemistry between the two leads. And I highly recommend this movie. So check it out. Did you see The Aeronauts? If so, let's talk about it in the comments section, and we'll see you on the next one.